Thank you for Patreon now for donating to the Patreon.
Hey guys, it's Vanity. Ezel back at another Card Vanguard. As on the Vanity weekly video. So if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, donate to the Patreon. Let's get started, shall we? Today we have more Lyrical Monasterio releases, and once more, recording this early. I think we're getting Friends tomorrow, aka the day this goes up, but I'm 95% sure I'm wrong. I hope we get them, but I know I'm wrong. So let's go ahead and get this one started. First up, we have Exchanging a Glance Pheodora. Grade 2, intercept 5k shield, 10k base, act rear. Once per turn, if your Vanguard has Ballista in its card name, put a gem from your drop zone on the bottom of your deck, and this unit gets plus 5k for the turn. Okay, really nice. It can be used with any of the Ballista ride line, so as long as you're using the Ballista ride line, it's very useful. Can get you a gem back to deck, which prevents you from decking out, which is a really big problem in Ballista, and also allows you to circle back your gems out for later. And not to mention, it just get a free plus 5 without having to pay Counterblast or Soul Blast. All around, I love this card. This thing is genuinely a good support card for Ballista. My only thing is, like, it's a grade 2. And Ballista, I'm not going to say they have solid grade 2 options, but they have options that you want on board in the front row. So yeah, that's the only problem it has, that it's a grade 2. But either way, this thing's amazing and I like it, so 4 of. Next up, we have Shining Pride Ilmeri. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base, act rear guard circle, soul blast. Want to retire this unit to choose up to 2 normal units that are not grade 1 from your drop zone, shuffle them into your deck. So basically you can't pick itself, but getting 2 non-grade 1s back into deck, as long as the normal unit is fine. Like, it can help for Ghost. It can somewhat help for Cardia. It can basically it works in the late game, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. Or maybe Friends can take use of this. I don't really know, but I know for sure this benefits Earnest Scouts the most, just because opens up a rearguard circle, and it can send the unit back that you soul blasted back to deck, or you can just as long as it wasn't a grade 1, or just a way just to get all the Earnest Scouts back to deck. Either way, Ilmeri is really good. I give her 3 of an Earnest Scout deck because, she can actually help get the units back into deck, and she also can open up the board for her skill to go off, meaning she's not a hindrance to the deck. So 3 of. Next up, we have obvious Impatience Cardia. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 5k base. Auto when it's placed on rearguard circle. If you have a Vanguard with Acestus card name until end of turn, it gets plus 10. Cool, more Cardia support, or in this case, Acestus support. I really like this card because, it can work with any of them, whether it's the grade 4 or not. Actually, I don't remember if the grade 4 has Acestus card name. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm gonna say it does. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But, it definitely works with the old Cardia, which is really nice. Just a free 10k, always good for a booster or swinger during the battle phase. And if the new Cardia can work with it, then it's even better. So 3 of or 4 of this thing in a Cardia deck, because the 5k base is not a problem, especially because the trial deck had a 3k base card. So 4 or 3 of. Next up, we have Bashful Striker Kiki, grade 3, twin drive, persona ride. 13k base, auto when placed on rearguard circle, choose 1 grade 2 or lower card with the Acestus card name from your drop zone, put it to your soul. If you do counterblast one, this unit gets plus 10 for the turn. I actually like that, because you can soul blast the ride line, because Cardia skill requires you to the original one requires you to soul blast and bounce cards to hand. Now you can send those cards back to soul, and if you really wanted to pay the counterblast for it, counterblast plus 10. I like this card. Genuinely, like, my main problem with Cardia, outside of when I run gems in it, and I really hate running gems in Cardia just because that involves me doing the triple idle thing, and I hate fucking triple idle with my living soul. But, yeah, this thing's actually really good solid support for Cardia. It fixes the soul problem for free. I mean, granted, it's mandatory, but it is free. And if you really wanted to, you could counterblast to get an extra 10 out of it, which makes it a lot more useful. And it's not named once per turn, which means you can bounce it and then call it back, and then just use Cardia skill for free. So all around, nice grade 3. 3 over 4 of. Next up, we have something that I'm running out of 4 of regardless, and that's Spinning Encore Dietrinde. Grade 2, intercept, 5k shield, 10k base. So this thing looks really cool. Auto when placed on rearguard circle, if Rondo of Eventide Moon Feltirosa, aka the grade 3, is on your Vanguard circle, Soul Blast 1, choose a normal unit with Ghost from your drop zone not named Spinning Encore, and call to an open rearguard circle. Downsides, requires you to call to an open rearguard circle and cost a soul blast. Upsides, literally, you can soul blast a ghost. Granted, if you're using the Feltirosa right now, you probably won't have a ghost in soul because they're all vampires. But you could soul blast a ghost if there is one in soul and call it out, or just guard with a ghost and then call it back. Or say your grade 3 that can send themselves to bottom, or your other cards that can send themselves to bottom, deck, etc., anywhere else at the end of their battle, ended up in drop, she can call them back. Really good. And then auto rear, at the end of the battle that it attacked, put this unit to bottom of deck. Okay, not the best thing in the world because, you know, it does require you to put it to bottom, and so you can't drive check it. But to be fair, if you could drive check it, this thing would be really good because it can be placed from anywhere for you to get a free call granted to open rearguard circle. So if you could just drive check it, granted you'd be losing out on a drive for Pheodora, but you could just use this to call it, soul blast, and then get a unit back, and that would be really good in the case where Pheodora doesn't have counter blast, so they can't get an extra drive out of it. Or you can use this to call it to the back row, or not call it to the back row, but use this thing to call a unit to the back row, because this is open rearguard circle, not the front row, so you can set up for boosters and all that stuff. So if your boosters went to bottom deck, that'd be another thing. All around Dietrinde over here is really good for drive checking, good for main phase setup, all around an amazing grade 2 in a full rev in a Pheodora deck. And then we have Morning Workout Eira. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Auto rear, when attack this unit boosted hits a Vanguard, you may bounce it to hand. Okay, we all know this is obviously meant for Cardia just to clear up the board, but also, it can work for Pheodora, because guess what? You combine these two motherfuckers together, plays happen. Bullshit plays. Trust me. Bullshit plays happen. All around, Eira is really good. If you combine with this, outside of this, I say she's a 2 of in a Cardia deck. Everywhere else, she's kind of not important to me. So, 2 of. Unless you want to run her Willista, because calling over units gives you a problem. But anyways, 2 of.
Next up, we have Shining Coat Marcia. Grade 1. Nope, it's the first one. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base. Continues rearguard during your turn if you have 3 or more gem cards in your drop zone. This unit gets +5. Okay, good for Willista when you Soul Blast inevitably 5 of your gems in one go, and this thing, granted it's only gonna get +5, but that is still something. I wish it was auto every time you Soul Blast a gem gets +5, but Willista's getting some good cards in set 2. I don't think it's gonna make it anything better because everyone else is getting like the same level of support, and since they were far ahead of Willista to begin with, now Willista's kind of just, while getting better, is just staying in the same place in the race. But who knows, Willista might surprise me and then become pro, and then I would have made the right decision buying Willista when it was cheap. Who knows? Marcia is still a good grade 1 though. Better than some of our current grade 1s for Willista, so I give her a hot 4 of. She's a lot better than that Everlasting Sapphire whenever you play a draw card, because god, that thing decked me out so quickly. Next up, we have Easygoing Elcilia. Grade 1 boost, 5k shield, 8k base, auto rear. When it attacks, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, choose one card from your soul, put it to drop zone, and gets +5k. It is a mandatory effect. So, good news is, it is literally the best support card for Powerful, as it's a way to get a soul minus, and if you actually do the soul minus, you get +5. Downside is, it is a mandatory effect, so if you're trying to combo it in any other deck, it's useless, or if you're trying to save your soul for something in Powerful, it is also useless, and it doesn't have the Powerful effect itself, which means you cannot use it with, what's it called, Hemina's restand skill. But all around, this thing's pretty good. It's a way to get +5, it's a way to lose a soul, and it's a good rush attacker if you need it. So I give her a 3 of, or no, just a flat 3 of in a Powerful deck. Another card of Powerful is Happy Tasting Tigur. Grade 2 intercept, 5k shield, 10k base. I don't know why, looking at this thing, I think it would be an 8k base, but anyways, Powerful. Continues guard circle. If there are no cards in your soul, it gets +5k shield. Okay, finally we have a defensive Powerful card, and I really like it. You know, it's easy, it's 10k shield. It's nothing too good. I mean, it's nothing too flashy, but it's nothing too horrible either, and I do actually like this. I'm going to give it a 3 of in my Powerful deck, because I don't think they need shield, but if they do need that shield, I'll end up putting in a 4th one, but 3 to 4 copies. And then we have Princess of Flowing Beauty Marlene, another Powerful card. Grade 1 boost, 5k base, 5k shield, 8k base, active rearguard once per turn, soul blast 1 until end of turn, this unit gets Powerful. Continues rearguard, if there are no cards, your soul gets +2. Yeah, the reason why it says once per turn is because if it wasn't, you could just use that effect 3 times, lose all your soul in one go, and this thing would get a grand total of +6. Granted, the +6 isn't that dangerous, but then since it would have Powerful, you can just restand it with Hermina, whatever her name is. So Marlene all around, decent card for Powerful. Definitely works as a miniature soul blaster that will get you power for it. So I definitely do think it's a 3 of or 4 of in the main deck, or 2 of if you're really running time on space. But I don't think there's a grade 1 that, besides one other grade 1, that I think is worth running over this. So 3 of or 4 of. And our last few cards of the day are Enveloping Compassion Torquel, grade 3, 200 persona rate, 30k base. White Wings, active only when the buying zone only has odd grades. On a rearguard, when it swings into anything, it gets +10 for the battle. At the end of the battle, you may put it to soul. Okay, I don't really think White Wings need this particularly because, to my memory, I haven't played Celestial in a while, they don't really have much of a soul issue. Now, Black Wings, on the other hand, could use this, and A lot of people don't run Black Wing, White Wing builds, but I run both of them. So this thing would actually work out pretty well in a Black Wing, White Wing deck. Do I think I'm going to replace it for the other grade 3 that can, when it enters Bind Zone, it makes both wings active for the turn? I don't know. I don't really want to replace it, but I think I might have to, just because this makes the deck slightly more aggressive. So we'll give it a 3 of and see where it goes, and I might replace it with the other grade 3. Who knows? Next up we have Aim for the Horizon Piael, grade 2, intercept 5k shield, 10k base, black wings, active and only the bind zone only has even grades, continues rearguard if your Vanguard has Celestial in its card name, this can attack a grade 3 or greater Vanguard from the back row. They are so close to making this thing good and they didn't. You know what I mean by that? It says the Vanguard has to have Celestial in its card name, the whole ride line has Celestial in its card name, but it specifies it has to attack a grade 3 or greater Vanguard. So close, Bushy. You just had to make it not grade 3. But either way, still good. You can swing from back row on anything that's grade 3 or greater, so you can also hit the grade 4 decks. And it's for free, and as long as you're in black wings, it goes off. And if you have the Angel, your black and white wing deck is going to be a lot more aggressive, but also made black wings slightly more aggressive and not cost heavy at all for the a lot of the cards that are cost heavy. So definitely, like, this is the sole reason why I kind of want to play black wings singly now, because I like black wings more, but I'm not so sure about it now. I might just still run black wings and white wings, but I give this thing a hard 3 of in both builds just because, you know, free skill, swings from back row, allows for more attacks. And our last card for today is Privilege Potential Phenael. God, that thing is just triple P right there. Grade 2, intercept 5k shield. I gotta say, I love the arts of these triple rares, though. That's really features. This reminds me of Star Dragon World, or that one episode of Buddy Fight where they come back after beating Yamageto. Anyways, 10k base, auto when it's placed on rearguard circle from anywhere. If you have a Vanguard with Celestial in its card name, Soul Boss 1, choose a card from your bind zone, put it to your hand, and if you put a card from your hand, choose a card from your hand and bind it. So, fucker at the bind zone for the cost of a Soul Blast, and that's really nice. Doesn't require you to be in any type of wings, allows you to possibly net a Persona ride back, and allows you to switch preemptively during that turn. Cool. And then black wings, active when only the bind zone is even grades, auto rear. Once you attack the Vanguard, kind of must 1, choose one of your opponent's grade 3 greater Vanguards and lose 5k for the turn. Call 2 of these down, same turn, lose 10 on the opponent's Vanguard. Really easy, especially because the black wings line focuses more on Soul Blast than Counter Blast, so black wings are definitely kind of more aggressive, definitely more consistent. If I remember correctly, the Celestial grade 2 is a Counter Blast to get a crit. If you are, if I'm remembering correctly, Counter Blast 1 get a crit if you're in white wings, so you can use that skill if you're in white wings, and then call Phenael to change it to black wings. So really nice for a grade 2 rush if I'm right, and really nice in the grade 3 late game to screw around with the opponent, considering the grade 3 doesn't cost anything. All around a nice card 4 of. And that's it for the reviews. I hope you guys enjoyed. All these cards are very interesting, and next week we are finally getting the friend cards. So that's really nice. So if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join the Patreon, join Discord, follow Twitch, and I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to stand up your Vanguards.